So, episode 3 is now here, basically a day after when episode 2 finished. So these panels are basically the exact same as you last saw them. I just need to give them wet sand and they'll be ready for a final coat of primer. This episode will be focusing on the fenders over here. So we won't be using this fender because it looks fine, but behind this chrome, rust holes and one of the tabs for that hold in the mud guard has snapped off, so this won't be being used. Oh, chook's dying over there. Anyhow, this fender, it has body filler in here that we did ages ago, and body filler down here, so it is straight. It is not the original one though. It is not rusted, so that's good. So we'll probably use this one if it looks alright, but we got a replacement for this one. It's an original one, so we know it'll fit. Just need to dig it out of that shed, which is full of all sorts of good crap. But yeah, I'll get to that. After a bit of scratching around, I've dug up the panel I'm going to be using, and I also found these ones. This was the full drive fender that came off that 4Runner, if you guys remember, on my Instagram. But this one is an aftermarket one, and it does not fit properly at all. Like, we fitted it ages ago and the body lines were tragic. So this one's an original one that I'll be using. I won't be using that one, but I'm going to test fit it to see how well it looks. But it does not have an aerial hole, so I can either drill an aerial hole in there, or I've already figured out a solution behind that, which I'll show you. So the solution is, I've got an antenna as what it would go on the side of the car if you drilled a hole, and then there's this clamp that clamps onto there, and then I'm just going to bolt that inside. So I'm just going to use that hole there that holds the glove box metal piece together, slide that through there, and then it pokes out towards that way, and then be all sweet. I've already done a test fit and it works, so no need to drill a hole into a fender, and it'll give it that cleaner look. And once the panel's in, it looks alright. Yes, it's a bit janky, but it works. So, and then when you're sitting as well, you can't even see it. And I painted it grey to sort of match the interior colour, so it didn't stand out that bad, which was the same grey I used to paint the console with. Now we just got to take off this fender and stick this one on. See how that goes. So you guys might have remembered, I cleaned up all the bolts for the fender, heat soaked them in oil, which is like heating up the bolt and then like dipping them in oil, and then that like gives them a protective coating that you don't need paint for. So this one worked, but basically for all the other ones, they've gone all rusty again. So I'm probably going to clean them up, put them in a vinegar bath again, and then just paint them. I don't know why this one decided to work. I don't think I did it right, but oh well, learning the hard way, I guess. These side markers are aftermarket, and they're good. You just need to re-glue them, because that's basically coming off. But once you re-glue them, they'll be fine. So they've been working well so far, just they start doing that. So the other bolts you'll need to get is one tucked away behind the bumper there, which I snapped, another one down here, which I snapped, and then one up there, which I snapped. So all the hard ones to get, I've snapped, so I don't have to worry about them anymore, but I'll fix them one day. One day. So with the chrome piece off, those were once rust holes and I bogged over it and just painted over it. Another bit of rust starting. And then down here's, it's not rusted through, but it's still pretty ugly from all the stone chips it's had over the years, from all the dirt roads it's been on. But yeah, it gets pretty ugly under there, so that's why we're replacing it. Comparing that panel to this one's definitely heaps better. There's a bit of rust forming, but I'll fix that. But it's all there. No antenna hole though, or aerial hole, but it'll give it that cleaner look, I reckon. So here's a rough mock-up with the panel on. Definitely heaps cleaner without the aerial hole, I reckon. And the paint on it's not bad. Like, I could use it, but we'll probably repaint it. It's a bit crusty in here along the edges, so it'll probably get repainted. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it fits. The body lines, well, I still need to adjust it, but they line up pretty damn well, so nice. Not sure if anyone needs to know, but the way to tell if your fender came off a fancy car that had the chrome trim at the bottom is that the fender would have a hole down the bottom where the chrome would screw into, while this one doesn't. So if you want chrome, you don't have to, but you probably should have a rectangle hole there, which we'll probably drill out and cut out. Just for fun, I fitted up the full drive fender, and damn, it is, look at that. Oh, you might even not, for you full drivers out there, this is probably normal for you, but for me, this is a lot of space for activities compared to the other side. Like, look at the mud flap, ready? You got that much fender coming over it. Compare it to the other side. Oh, it's funny. Like, look how much flat that is. And then, like, look at that. Boring, flat, wide. Oh, that is funny. Got that decal on there. And just to let you know, if your ute or truck, for you Americans, has chrome running along the bottom, and you put full drive fenders on your two-wheel drive, the chrome will not fit, because this is in the way, because the chrome normally ends there, and it has to go through that if it wants to stay on. So say goodbye to your chrome if you want wideness. And if you want mud guards, you have to get the full drive one. It says there, because there's a two-wheel drive, full drive, heaps wider. So gotta get them. So I couldn't help myself but polish out the panel, so we went from this to this. It's not the best, but it's heaps better than that. That's heaps smooth. You can even hear the difference. Might do the rest. This panel is telling me different things. I'm pretty sure it's the original paint, right? But along here, there's like a harsh tape line. So I don't know if this has been resprayed before or what, but I have a feeling that it is and isn't the original paint, because in there it's crusty as. And if they would have resprayed it, they would have done it properly, I'm hoping, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm gonna repaint it anyway, so it doesn't concern me much. Not sure if this will help anyone out, but the two-wheel drive trim or chrome is different compared to the full drive, because you need like that much more extra. So that's just another fun fact, I guess. So I'm just going to give these quick light sand just to get the initial roughness off of it before the final coat of primer, which who knows when that's going to be done, but might as well get stuff done while I can. After all that sanding, I've added more primer and I've come to the conclusion that I'm just going to sandblast it, well, these grills at least, because they're As you can see there, that is just annoying to sand and try and get smooth, so sandblaster it is. Well, I'll do that tomorrow because I can't be bothered to do that now. So 2 days have gone by and I'm finally getting to sandblasting the top of this, well at least these grill parts at least. Got the sand down there, got the sandblaster, and it should be right. Sandblasting turned out alright for now. Still got a heap to do. Still got to do this side, but the sand, keep running out of sand real quick, so I have to keep sweeping it up and it's getting real annoying. But I can't find the bag that we have, that's buried in there somewhere, so that's annoying. And it seems like a storm's rolling in. I have no idea what's happening, but hopefully it rains. I want to finish this, but hopefully it rains before that. Well, after that, I mean, actually. So it's the next day after the storm. I'm nearly done sandblasting. It's become really annoying because I've had to get my own sand, well, gravelly dirt from my own creek. So I'll literally, over there, sorry for the wind noise, but down there, I've dug a hole. Then I basically use a sieve, or a sift, or whatever you want to call it. Sifted it out here, spread it along the bench because it's still wet, and then dried it out with this. So I've been busy sifting dirt to only get, well, it's a decent amount, but it works pretty good, I guess. This will be the sand that I would use, but I cannot find the bag of sand that we have in the shed, so I had to get my own, which was for free, I guess, but it's laborious as hell. So hopefully this is enough to finish, even though I'm still going to sweep it up and use it, but hopefully they'll get us through without sweeping. So sandblasting is done. Thank God for that. But there was still bits of paint all stuck in these grills. So I just got the file out, just started going at it for like an hour, well, close to an hour at least now, so that was really annoying, but that's done and dusted. Just need sand back so it's not a harsh edge with the paint, just got to smooth it back on all the edges, but this is nearly done. I'm sick of this panel. This is probably the worst panel to get ready for paint. Oh, at least it's nearing the end now. I don't have to worry about it anymore, even though I said that like in the last episode, but oh well. So the sander decided to self-destruct on itself. Like how? Why'd you have to do this to me? Like, oh, shocking. Alright, quick distractor from the sander. Look what Dad just brought home from work. Not from work, but came home from work with this. Straight as Fender. Perfect. So I don't have to muck around with all the bog that's in the other Fender. Straight as rust free, well, just surface rust. I don't know if it was once red. It has been repainted. A bit scaly. But other than that, it is straight. It should come out a treat. Didn't think I'll be pulling back out the paint stripper on this one, but it just got out of hand. Like I was sanding and then it'll be uneven, like there'll be a big lip difference between the paints, and I just couldn't be bothered to sand it out. I'm hoping I'll just strip it here and then leave that area because that's pretty much smooth. So just clean all this up and it'll be right. I already got rid of the paint there. This panel is just becoming a heap more of an issue than I thought. Thought it was done. Apparently not. So I got carried away. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, if I want to do this properly, I might as well strip the rest of this off. Like, I only have one chance of doing this right, basically. And I was just like, you know what, stuff it. We're going all the way back. I didn't touch an ear because I was like, hell no, I'm not going to mess in there. But this panel has taught me a lot of things that it's really annoying to do, and just do it right. Just stop mucking around, stop sanding old paint, stop pretending that it's fine, that it'll be alright, but no. Strip it back. It'll be alright then once you strip it back. But this panel could have been done days back if I actually knew that I was going to strip it all back to mostly bare metal. There's still a bit of the original primer, but that's alright. So that could have been done ages ago, but this has just caused me a whole lot of headaches. The sandblasting didn't really, well, it did work. I was just hoping to get just all that stripped back, but no, I had to go with a file and clean it all out, which took like nearly close to an hour. So now this is done, and I can finally, well, mostly done, I hope. Let's not celebrate yet. And I can finally focus on this panel, or a fender at least of all things. Finally step up and move on to the real panels instead of the stupid little ones. But yes, next vids will be on this panel. So we've accomplished stripping this back, which could have been done days ago, but I didn't decide to because I wanted to, I don't know, keep the old paint apparently. So lesson learned, just strip it back. Don't even bother with the old paint, just strip it back. So now this is done, and I'm on to the fenders now, which is good. That's a big step into the right direction, but this panel has caused me a bit of pain over the past few days, so glad it's done now. Just needs primer now, hopefully, and then we'll be sweet as. And then just gotta wait till the next day, I guess. Yo, does he have a mullet? Mullet duck.